more problems and I believe that. Hustle, go get it, straight get it, gon' secure that bag. I'ma get it out the mud, show love, big customer plug. And say the more money you get, more problems and I believe that. Hustle, go get it, straight get it, gon' secure that bag. I'ma get it out the mud, show love, big customer plug.
Welcome back to the PBC, Pelican Bay's Corner, where I give it to my brothers and my sisters, fair and unbiased, raw and uncut. Some gonna like it and some ain't. No matter what you do in this good old green old earth, man, no matter what you do, some gonna like it and some ain't. Big salute and big shout out to everybody that's taking care of them pets, no matter what you got, from dogs, the cats, the birds, the reptiles, the fish, some people got squirrels, raccoons. I seen people with possums. I seen a dude with a raccoon walking down the street on a video, in Myrtle Beach. Matter of fact, I done seen it all. I seen brothers with squirrels. One of my homeboys got a pet squirrel. I had two homeboys now. He make the second homeboy that had pet squirrels. I had another one that used to walk around with his pet squirrel in his front pocket of his shirt. you know. So big shout out to everybody, man, that's taking care of their pets out there. We got some news to talk about today. We got some dog talk. I want to talk to the brother FatBill. I want to talk to the brother DJ Dynamite once again. And if I don't forget, I may forget once I get talking, but if I don't forget, we'll get into some more topics that I wanted to touch up on when it comes to dog security, or what I mean by keeping your dog secured, keeping your dog secured in the right place. What's best, chains or cages? I want to speak about that if I don't forget, But first I want to go to the Amazon driver that I gave y'all from Sumter County, South Carolina, where she was attacked by the Pitbull Cane Corso mix. There's an update on that. I want you to watch the video. Basically, they're just saying that they came back and seized some more dogs from the area that the woman was attacked in. And all I got to say about it, I'm not even going to really say too much more than what I said already, because that was enough. But all I'm going to say about it is, when you got an Amazon or FedEx or UPS or mailman, whatever kind of delivery you got coming, and you got pets in that front yard, secure your pets. The Amazon driver or worker don't want to be dodging animals to bring you a package to the front porch. You know what I'm saying? Make that job easy as you can on your end. I know they got to work hard and take this package here and take this package there and take this one here, but they don't want to dodge dogs and all kind of animals and shit before they get to your front door. So make that job safer, if not easier. It may not be making it easier, but make it safer for them, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this news article. You know where you got it from first, the PBC, and then we're going to get into a lot of this other stuff that needs to be talked about as well.
The home of where a Florence woman was brutally attacked. She remains in critical condition tonight. The incident happened last week in Sumter County. Deputies say the 58-year-old woman who worked for Amazon had just delivered a package to the home. Investigators say a dog, a Cane Corso and Pit Bull mix, got out of the home and attacked the woman. Sumter County Chief Deputy Hampton Gardner says they initially believed only one dog was involved, but now have learned that 2 additional dogs may have taken part in the attack. All 3 animals have been removed from the home.
Now, I want to talk to brother FatBill, and this is the thing, FatBill. I want to tell you, and I want to tell this to anybody and to the dog community. Y'all need to stop the shenanigans that y'all doing out here in this dog community. Like I said before, y'all trying to bring all this street stuff, street politics and all kind of stuff. Half of y'all was on dog shows talking about what kind of gangs you're in and bang bang and gang gang and all that type of stuff. Leave all that stuff where it's at over there. We in the dog world. The only thing that matters is the pet, the animal, and the person that has the animal. All that other shit y'all talking about, it has no room in the dog community. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, brother sent me a video, an old video of FatBill walking in a dog show. And you know what I'm already getting at, FatBill. You walking in the dog show and you introduce yourself to Stone Shark, in which he calls you a cocksucker off top, because I'm gonna let y'all hear the video. He calls you a cocksucker, and he says, you speaking on him and you don't know him. Okay, I understand you running the social media or whatever, and things come up. names come up. However, however it happens. Understand all that. But then he grabs your phone. I guess he sees you recording it. He grabs your phone, and the first thing you yell out is you calling the police. Okay. What my thing is, y'all brothers need to stop getting on these platforms and calling people police. You're calling this man police, calling that man police. But the first thing you yell out is you want to get somebody locked up. You know what I'm saying? You call David Tant this, you call Tom Garner this, you call me this, you call the next person this, you say this about this, and you say that about that. And when you go to these dog shows, the man just grabs your cell phone and you screaming, apologize, or you gonna call the police. You know, and in my opinion, it's just uncalled for, man. Y'all brothers in the dog game, y'all don't care about who police. Y'all only care about trolling people. Y'all only care about making yourselves look good in situations and things like that. You know, because it been, like I said, it been plenty situations and instances where I gave you the straight up the facts. I let you see it in your face, but brothers don't care about that. They only want to pick and choose and move the goalposts when they want to move the goalposts and all that other stuff. So you might as well just leave all that alone. Worry about these dogs is all need to be talked about and how to take care of them and what's going on in the game. You know, because looking at this video, looking at this video that I'm about to show, I mean, it's like, come on, man. And then in FatBill, then you go over to the rest of the people in the dog show, and you still talking about Stone Shark. It's like you trying to make them feel the way you feel, and you trying to give them a reason or explanation why you gonna call the police because somebody broke in your house in the past and you went and handled it like that, and it either got you in trouble or it was almost got you in trouble or something. So this time you gonna handle it with the police or whatever. And listen, I'm about 50 years old myself, so I understand what you mean by, oh, if you touch me, I'm gonna call the police. I understand all that. I understand, dog. We not 20, 19, 20, and 25 no more. I understand all that. But at the end of the day, uh it's you call people this and you call people that. And see me, I do the news. I give brothers and sisters the news. If you do this stuff on the news, I mean, it's laid out flat for us to see it. You know, but when you start calling people this and you have no proof about this and talking trash about certain dog men that you have no reason to talk trash about them about, and then you go out here and you see these folk, and then the first thing you yell, not the third or the second or the third or the fourth or fifth thing you yell, but the first thing you yell is, give me my phone back or I'm calling the police. Then you say, apologize or I'm calling the police. The same person that I told you that made the Crime Stopper commercial back in the days about the dogs. You know what I'm saying? Same person. You see, I tell brothers and try to help brothers in this dog game. I don't do Crime Stopper commercials. Crime Stopper commercial is only, let me say it, let me slow it down and make sure I'm saying it right. The only time you get a chance to do a Crime Stopper commercial, from what we've seen in the past, with anybody else that did them, the only time you get a chance to do them, if that's a part of your agreement when you got in trouble. Okay, we what you got for us. Now this is part of your punishment. Do this Crime Stopper commercial. But I mean, like, I just don't see it, man. I don't see why, y'all brothers is so focused on stuff and you're not focused on it at all. Big Ralph interrogation information. Y'all trying to keep that, y'all had that floating around one point, but y'all trying to keep that silent as hell. The old man told on everything he knew in the dog game, and he ain't going to do no time at 70 years old. But y'all want to keep all that silent. Got brothers that want to be mad at me because I'm telling you this. But they won't say none of that shit to my face. They won't come up and talk about it because they got to answer this. How you going to be mad at me, but you ain't mad at Big Ralph? You see? It ain't nothing for us to argue about. It's just one question to answer. How can you be mad at me when you ain't mad at Big Ralph? How can you be mad at me when you ain't mad at Mall Camp? How can you be mad at me when you ain't mad at Raw Bull? Questions that could be asked because you push the goalposts. You pick and choose. Oh, he ain't as known as so and so, so we gonna roll with him. Oh, and I told y'all brothers, these folk in the dog game, a lot of them, they talk that I listen. I can spot a fake motherfucker from a mile away, and I don't mean fake as in use a phony a dude that's not a cool person. I mean, some people try to act tougher than they really are. You know what I'm saying? Some people put themselves in a they try to paint themselves in a light that they don't really live this way. And then when you're talking to people that really lived that way before, they don't believe none of this shit you're talking about because they know better. You know what I'm saying? Know better, my brother. So I mean, I just don't understand. I'm gonna let y'all check this video out. You know, many of y'all have seen it already. Many of y'all have not seen it already. But you know, it all starts when FatBill go to the table with some free candy at. When that table with that free candy, Stone Shark was lurking in that same area. And FatBill tried to introduce himself. You're gonna hear him introduce himself. And like I said, Stone Shark took it from there. You know, took it from there, man. And like I said, that all comes from when you speaking about people, and you get these brothers on your channel, and when they get on your channel or anybody get on, anybody's channel, and they start speaking about people that they don't know, and then you want to follow up with that. It's different between you letting them say what they gonna say, but then you commenting and putting your 2 cents in on what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then it's a difference than somebody grab your phone and you snatch it back, or either, it is what it is, then you saying, oh, I'm gonna call the police about my phone. What I mean, what the police gonna do because I snatched your phone and throw it back to you? They may give you some type of simple assault. It's gonna end up being a misdemeanor, a blue ticket or something, you know? So I mean, come on, man. Let a lot of that shit that y'all out here talking about go. Talk about these dogs is what needs to be going down.
Check it out, man.
How's it going?
Good. How about yourself?
Not bad.
Hey, man, I'm FatBill.
Huh?
I'm FatBill.
Yeah, you're a cocksucker is what you are.
Am I?
Get the fuck away from me.
Get the fuck away from
Yes.
you. Okay. Well, look, man, I'm down here at the dog show.
I don't give a flying fuck what you are. Walk, motherfucker, before you get planted.
Before I get planted?
Yes. I'm giving you about 2 more seconds.
All right, man.
You fucking bitch, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, man,
You want to talk shit about someone you don't fucking know? Walk, motherfucker.
Did I talk shit?
Yes, you did, motherfucker, and you don't know me. And I'll beat the fucking dog shit out of you. Now walk.
Don't do it.
Boy.
Don't do it. You don't look like it. Give me my phone. Give me my phone. Give me my phone. Don't do it.
Yeah, I really do want to do it.
Don't do it.
Bullshit, I don't. You're a fucking cocksucker is what you are. You fucking snitch. Get the fuck out of here, you telling ass snitch, motherfucker. Get. Fucking cur. That's what you...
I'm running this thing right here, Stone Shark.
Patrick?
Yeah, snatched phone out of my hand and then threw it back at me and assaulted me. I want to call the police.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, I'm calling the police.
No,
right
please
now,
don't.
I'm down
We'll
to
take
911.
care. I don't know. I don't even do the x-rays and stuff because they never tell the truth either, and then if you don't have as many as you say, then you're freaked out thinking you're lost in there.
You can't call the police.
I'm going to call the cops and apologize. Look, I'm right
Beat
here.
fucking feet, motherfucker.
I'm right here.
Calm down.
Okay,
Beat
we'll leave
feet.
Then load up. Because you're going to jail for grabbing me.
Oh, I'm going to jail for that.
He says that he did.
No, he did. I got a witness to the cops to do it.
Oh, okay.
So, you ready to go to jail or you want to apologize?
Just breathe my arm, please.
You ready to get your ass beat or you want to fucking apologize?
Yeah, that's fine. You go to jail. You go to jail.
He ain't even started the dog show yet. Let's calm down, everybody.
Get the fuck away from
Go
him.
on away from his table.
All right, you
Go
heard
on.
what I said. I'm
Go.
calling him.
Go on away.
This shit hit big because I was streaming when it happened.
Well, and that's what she was like. I'm watching it live. I'm like,
I know.
I don't see nothing.
I know, and I'm in the back. They're like, "Oh, we need you out here now." So, and I'm like, I told him, well, evidently,
It's Bender.
there's people that he don't like, and he knows it, and he thought he was over there recording them, and so he got mad about it, grabbed his phone, and threw it back. He was going to call the cops, and then I talked him out of it.
Who's that? Oh, yeah.
Well, we got to live with him, just let him stay. I mean, he's going to
You
bend.
snatched my phone out of my hand, man.
But you know, I don't want to be snatching somebody's phone for recording me. You know,
Years ago, somebody broke into my house, right? And so instead of calling the cops, we don't call the cops, right?
Right.
We just go fix the shit. About 3 years ago, somebody broke into my house.
I will stay away from his table, all right?
Well,
All right.
So I went snatching people out of their house and beat the guy's ass, and I used a billy club or slapjack on him and shit. You know how much it cost me? $50,000.
See, that cost Tucker. I give him a dog. The agreement was he pulled the dog, and then when it's time to raise it, we get the mail for it. He brought us that fucking bully that he had. Sold all the puppies off of him. After the dog almost got killed by two of the other couple dogs had one of these little monsters getting burned. Turn around. Him and JL get into it, and he decided he'd get me a couple dogs, but we trying to get the dog back. He tried to call it all on my wife because the woman that come and got the dog brought us our dog back.
Damn.
She was emaciated. We took her to the vet to get proof of it. 43 days later, she got the little fucking puppy.
Damn.
Yeah. So I ain't got no blood loss for that motherfucker.
Yeah.
He can rot in hell as far as I care.
Yeah. I heard that. Man.
Yeah, if it snatched me, he'd be snatched from third. It's Mary's end of it over here. He knows better than Mary. I'll get kicked that lady yet.
I heard that. What are y'all saying?
Go ahead, record, big man, record. I don't mind, I'm Facebook famous anyway. But yeah, he got out of the bullies. The people that got the dogs, some of the dogs back,
Yeah.
they was 30 pounds underweight.
Man.
Yeah. So he's had his run in with the bully community as well. Reason why he went over to these. Yeah, for somebody that don't want to be recorded,
Oh, yeah, you know.
And like I said, we're gonna speak about some things that brothers want to talk about after I get finished speaking to DJ Dynamite, because this is what Sonny, welcome all, Sonny, listen to me when I'm telling you this. Let me tell you about your boy DJ Dynamite, what I notice he does. You see, he goes back and forth to people that I'm not speaking to and to people that I am speaking to, acting like he's not doing anything, acting like he's innocent, like he's not saying nothing, like I'm just doing this shit for nothing. You see, first of all, Dynamite, whoever you told that to came to my video and asked me the same question. Why I'm talking trash about DJ Dynamite and asking him for a puppy. So whoever you told I asked you for a puppy, they came to my video with it. Not they didn't hit me in the messenger with it. They didn't text my phone with it. They came in my comments with it. So I gave it back to them the same place they bought it. I gave it back to them the same place on YouTube. You see, what was the purpose of you telling anybody, DJ Dynamite, what me and your conversation was? What was the purpose? It ain't. Now, you say you only told one person that. So now you know how much that person really fuck with you. Secondly, you went on your Facebook and made a post about the shit, whether you put my name or not. I had somebody that called me that knew that you was talking about me. You can't take everything to Facebook and then when somebody respond to it, you start crying like a bitch. Because I told you, I'm just going to keep going in and I still haven't went nowhere close to where I'm going to go in on Sonny and his old man. You know, nowhere close. Vernon Star, sit your bitch ass, tap dancing ass down. Like I said before. You got up on my comments talking about Chat GPT, make it easier to make books and some other shit now. Dog, since you said that, I'm going to use that to help me make my next one. After I make my next one, my third one. Because I done made 2 and didn't use no Chat GPT at all. At all, period. I got 11 books already printed up. Nonfiction, fiction books, autobiography, and all on Amazon. Never used Chat GPT. Because I went to school, motherfucker. Learn how to read, learn how to write, and all that type of stuff. Learn how to comprehend. Learn how to put sentences and paragraphs and all that shit together. So maybe your old ass might gotta use Chat GPT, which is cool. It's cool. I'm not gonna knock you for doing it. Use the tools that's out here today to do what you gotta do. But don't bring your ignorant shit because that's how you survive off GPT. That ain't what I do, homie. You know what I'm saying? It ain't what I do. And don't get mad with me, Vernon Star, because I tell you the truth about what Sonny feel about you. The man don't fuck with you. And the only time he fuck with you is when you bring in that $1,200 to buy a dog. That's what they was charging, $1,200. When you bring that $1,200 to buy a dog, is the only time he fuck with you. When you call and want to ask questions every damn day, he go back to complaining when we was at work. Man, Vernon Star, all he do is asking questions. Don't get mad at me, dog, because I'm telling you the truth. You know, you didn't ask, you should have been asking Chat GPT all them questions you was asking Sonny every damn day. See, can they give you the answer to that shit? But the GPT couldn't give you the answer to that. You had to call Sonny to get the answers to him. And like I told you, he wouldn't answer to the phone for none of y'all motherfuckers. All y'all that want to ride dick and all y'all that want to talk shit about the Bay, you had to go through me in order to speak to him 2022 to 2024. And now once they try to come out here with them lies and all that, and he got a flunky DJ Dynamite accepting y'all calls, now y'all want to act like, oh, this and oh, that, and try to shit on me. But I'm just giving it to you how it is, dog. You know what I'm saying? All y'all was on the outside of the glass. You ain't had no connection, no contact, no nothing with that motherfucker. And you done spent dollar after dollar after dollar with him. And I mean, you should have known it then. Oh, man, I ain't got no money. I can't buy a puppy. You ain't got no dogs to sell me. You don't care nothing about what I got to talk to you about. But, hey, it is what it is. Like I always say, you like it, I love it. You know? But what Dynamite is doing, Sonny, and anybody else out there, you know, he called different people I know. Try to make it seem like you innocent, like you not doing a thing. I'm just doing this shit out the blue. Nah, dog. You ain't got enough clientele or clout or none of that shit for me to even fuck with you out the blue. Only time I even mention your name is when you mention my name on your little dirty side of Facebook. The indictment side. You know? I mean, it is what it is, dog. One thing about me, I ain't letting a motherfucker bitch slap me for no damn dog. I don't give a fuck about no dog. I don't give a fuck about no pedigree, no none of that shit. Because like I told you before, I make the motherfucking dogs. I can go get me a Sorrells dog. I can go get an alligator dog. I can go get any damn dog. And I make that motherfucker do what it do. You know? Start running a whole different damn bloodline. Make it do what it do. And boy, y'all better hope I don't get out the dog game, because I'm gonna smash you, Sonny, and the old man all the way flat. Then, you see, I'm still holding back a slightly tad bit. You know what I'm saying? Some things I'm still holding back slightly a little bit because I still got dogs. But boy, if I get rid of my dogs, boy, I'm a flatline y'all motherfuckers off the strength of Dynamite, off the strength of DJ Dynamite. And the thing about me, I don't do the shit you do behind person back. Everything I did is for you to hear it. I ain't doing nothing on no web page, on no Facebook page and got you blocked. I don't even got you blocked on my Facebook page. You may have me blocked, but I don't got you blocked. You know? And like I said, you don't got to worry about me trying to make no fake pages to get on your Walk Hog Dogs Facebook page or none of that. Because from what I'm seeing over the past year, everybody on them Facebook pages getting indicted. Not everybody that's on the groups, not every single person, but them groups is indicting more people than people that's getting caught up in these boxes. So why would I want to be in the groups? No, I'm not gonna make no fake page up to go put myself around a certain kind of people. I told you, I'm doing my thing. So tell them people the truth when you go into talking and trying to act like you're innocent and act like you're not doing nothing and this and that. You ain't had no reason to get Saber 2000. The only reason you had to get Saber 2000 is because the work that I done put in out here with the dog. There was no need for none of y'all people at all to try to worry about the ADBA register and what her name is and all that type of shit. Why is you doing all that if you're not trying to go off of what I'm out here doing? I don't care who it is. There was no need for none of that. But because I did my thing without using Sonny name, because I did my thing without using the old man name, and I'm doing my shit legally, legitimately. I don't gotta hide my dogs house to house to house to house, over here and over there and over here and over there. DJ Dynamite of Georgetown, kennel partner with Ed Moutry. I don't gotta do it, dog. But if y'all wanna play that game, I can teach you how to play that game. Now, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it some more. Like I said, stop lying to these folk, Dynamite, like you got straws off Big John. When the fuck is you gonna use one of these straws? When the hell is Sonny gonna use one of these straws? Y'all must be waiting till y'all get 80 years old to use a straw. To when people don't know, nobody's around from none of these eras, and then you wanna come back talking about a Big John straw when you 60 and 70 years old. Man, y'all must think we jackasses out here. Y'all jackasses, nobody else ain't. You know, a straw, a straw, a straw. Man, listen here, man. Get your shit together legitimately, and then you can step the way I'm stepping. You know, at the end of the day. But besides that, the hell with you, man. Do what you do. Fuck your puppies. I don't want none of them motherfuckers. Yeah, I asked you about one, but I ain't asked you about one for you to go on your Facebook and start talking about it. I ain't asked you about one for you to tell one person you claim, and your one person come directly to me. You know, because I'm good over here, dog. Good. One thing I know, man, two things for sure. Whole motherfuckers gonna be whole motherfuckers, and the real gonna be the real at the end of the day. Now, let's talk about this. You know, why does the law enforcement or your humane societies and your tree huggers and all these type of people, why do these type of people, or why do a certain group of people feel like a dog in a cage is more secure than a dog on a chain? You know, now I can understand you saying the dog may not need a 2-foot chain, a real short chain, and he may need a longer chain. I can understand that, you know, but not no 12-foot chain, not no 10-foot chain. Because what y'all don't realize is the longer the chain is, the bigger you got to make the chain. Now, when I got a big chain on it, you said the chain is too big for the dog. But you got me on a chain that's 12-foot, 10-foot, 12-foot chain. If the dog runs around fast enough, he can pop a skinny chain that's 12-foot long because he got enough running speed to get enough speed with the weight that he has to pop the chain. Cages. Cages are easily ripped out of, tore out of, dug up under, and climbed over. Oh, put a roof on your cage, what they'll say then. You got dogs that rip through these cages. I done seen dogs rip through cow panel cages. Some of the strongest cages you can get. Forget them tractor store and them cages like most brothers got, them 8x4s or something like that, 4x8x6 or something like that. Forget them cages because they can get destroyed by your average pit bull if he wanted to. Once they get hyped up, they rip through these cages and they bust through them and get to the other side or whatever. Having your dog on a chain, a secure chain, a good strong chain with a strong buckle to the collar is one of the most secure ways to hold your dog down to make sure he can't get loose. You know, especially if he's human aggressive. Them 10x10s, that, the older 10x10s that was out before all these new model cages was out, the regular 10x10 fence, man, the dog would eat through that like butter. Now you gotta dig. When you put your dog in the cage, you either gotta have him on a platform off the ground to where he can't dig no kind of dirt or anything like that, And like I said, it's not all of them, because some of your dogs you can have in the weakest cage and they won't get out. But you got the ones that you gotta really make sure they secure. Not even for human aggressive dogs, but dogs that'll go out and fight other dogs on your yard or your neighbor's dogs and stuff like that. But when you hear it from the law enforcement, it's like they look at like chains like it's a dog fight thing or an animal cruelty thing. Nah, man, it's trying to keep your dog secure thing. And yeah, the cages may look better. They look more presentable. But this ain't about looking presentable. This is about security. Securing a dog is what it's about. Oh, it look fancy, but the damn dog getting out every other week. They cry about the barrels. It's almost like you can get you a barrel. You can get probably a barrel for $20 if you got people that got the barrels. $20 a barrel, $25 a barrel. Some places, So it's almost like everything that a brother gets to get with his dog that he can spend less on. That's good quality, because them barrels not getting tore up. Their dogs can bite them barrels all day long, and they barely gonna bend the plastic. But I go get $1,000 worth of dog houses from the tractor store and give them to the one dog, and he'll rip it up. I go get another house from out the back, out the storage room, bring it to him out of that $1,000. Get another house. He rip that one up. Go get another house out of that 1,000. I probably bought 7 or 8 dog houses for $1,000, 150 some a piece maybe. All right. Every time he come and he tearing the dog house up, so I get another one from out there. Throw that on the side of the road. He tear it up. It look cool, but it ain't doing the job. I done seen brothers build around the barrels. Now I will agree that, maybe your barrel shouldn't just be laying on the ground. I will agree to that. Just a regular old barrel. Try to do something to build around the barrel to make it a little more, a little more suitable for the dog. I agree to that. But, a lot of times, man, just like they took the antibiotics and stuff like that from behind the shelves, and you gotta go get this stuff from a vet and all type of stuff. A lot of stuff is not because of the dogs. It's not, oh, it's better for the dogs. A lot of stuff is because they want you to spend his money at a certain facility. They want you to go to the vet and spend money. They want you to go over here to the tractor store or this feed mill or wherever, this pet store, and spend money to get these houses and certain things. And this shit's not built worth a damn. A barrel plastic is stronger than any dog house that you can go buy from the damn dog store plastic. And it's one piece. So you don't got to worry about the dog tearing the top part off, tearing the bottom part off. It's one piece. And I gotta say it again, that I do agree that the barrel should be maybe off the ground or have something built around the barrel to make it more sufficient for the dog, you know. But I won't agree because I know it. Even when it came to my Malinois, the Malinois is so active of a dog. You rarely get a pit bull that active as you got a Malinois that's on the chain. Malinois can get anywhere from 50 pounds, 45 pounds, or 50 pounds to 100 pounds. You know, Merino, when I had him, Anime don't run as much as Merino did on the chain. As far as trying to break the chain, Merino would run on the chain so much and so hard. Boom. So I'm thinking he hurting his neck when he get to the edge of the chain. Long chain. And I'm like, damn, I gotta shorten the chain up or either give him a heavier chain because he gonna pop it. He's running so fast in that 10-foot area. Boom. You know, running so, now if I had him on a shorter chain, he wouldn't be able to get that much speed, the jerk hard like that. But being I got him on a long chain, he's gathering so much speed and so much force behind it, and he knows what he's doing. You know, I had dog cages with tops on them. I had pit bulls that climb the cages and make a little hole in the corner to where they can get out the cage with the roof on it. I will say, when you got your cages, so some of your cow panel is some of your strongest and hardest to tear dog cages that you can make with your cow panel wire. You know, but these tractor store cages that we buy, that the majority of brothers who got cages got them tractor store style cages with they know they're nice and solid, and they make nice and solid cages, but they're not pit bull, they're not even dog proof. When a dog is trying to get out, they can get out. You know, and like I said, the most secure way to keep these dogs is on a chain. But the law and other entities, they fight against that type of stuff, and they try to make it like, oh, a dog is being you're being cruel to the dog by having them on a chain or and things like that. You know, so I mean, it's kind of like a mixed up thing out here in this country, man. Like I told you before, a lot of times they try to make it like they're 100% for the dog. A lot of these people that's in these groups, Humane Society, PETA, and all this stuff, they don't care about these dogs. They try to make it seem that way. You know, all they care about is you getting in trouble and making some money off of the things that you got to spend on the dogs. And when you don't spend that on the dogs, they make it like you're not taking care of your dog. You know, when it comes to pit bulls, there is no certain weight that a pit bull must be. I want to speak about that as well. These pit bulls, when we hear, oh, he's underweighted. A pit bull don't supposed to look like no bully dog, American bully, no XL bully. A pit bull is a Bruce Lee shaped dog. A fit, you can see his rib cage shaped dog is the way a pit bull is supposed to be looking, in shape dog. You see, if I go to the dog show and I take all my dogs to the dog show, or a majority of my dogs to the dog show, and then I come back the next day from the dog show, and then somebody come check my dogs, they're gonna say, oh, your dogs are underweighted. Let's put some weight on these dogs. No, they're not underweighted. They're in shape. This American thing, we all think being obese is the healthy way to live, even with humans. You know, that's why I say folk will be skinny while they're young and thinking getting fat is healthy. Then when you get 60 and 70 years old, you're trying to lose that weight to get back skinny again. Being obese is not healthy. Being obese is being obese. It don't mean you're eating good. It don't mean none of that shit. Being obese is being obese. Healthy is healthy. And when it comes to pit bulls, they supposed to be, you can see their ribs a tad bit, you know, not ribs bulging out at you and You can tell this dog is just not healthy. You can see his kidneys and you can see everything, the spine and all that. Nah, I'm not talking about that. But a pit bull is not supposed to be a fat dog. You know, I can show you Mellow Yellow right now, and she has more weight than she's supposed to have on her. You know, you're supposed to be able to slightly see the ribs. Like I said, the pit bull is a breed of dog that's supposed to. Okay, let me give you this, right? If I got a Malinois is not gonna look like a German Shepherd. They don't say that the Malinois are being starved out. Malinois are Bruce Lee shaped dogs. You can see their rib cage. When they go past their ribs to their stomach, it sinks in a little bit. Because that's an athletic dog. Way different than your show German Shepherds and all that type of stuff. See, a lot of times these groups like PETA and Humane Society, they trying to judge the pit bull and make them supposed to look like a bully dog when that's not the case. You know? And then the brother get in trouble saying, oh, I'm not feeding my dogs, or oh, these dogs are small, when that's the way they supposed to look. You trying to destroy the breed because you want the breed to look like another breed of dog that's made to be looking fat looking, chunky looking. Pit bulls aren't made to look chunky. They made to look like warriors. How does a warrior look in shape? When we go look at all them old school movies, like 300 and Gladiator, how them brothers look that's on that field? They in shape, they ripped, they cut. You can see their rib cage. You know, you can't get a six-pack looking chunky, but when you cut some of that weight down and you doing the right things as far as exercising, yeah, you can see your six-pack and all that stuff then. But you can't do it, man, when you out there looking beefy and all that type of shit. Like I said, I wanted to speak to Brother FatBill. And like I said about FatBill, you know, I'm not knocking what you said as far as you want to call the police, because I understand that as grown men, we don't got time to be fighting no motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? The fight that I'm talking about doing is in the boxing ring, you know, before I get to a certain age. You know, Lord, if Lord allowed and Lord bless me, I'll be 50 in a couple years, you know, but I understand, dog, that you know we too old to be out there fighting, you know, at the end of the day. But you are one of the few ones that's out here that like to call names. You know, you like to pick and choose who you want to talk this. And like I said, David Tant and Tom Garner and getting up there showing the paperwork for this and this and that and this and that. And yo, everybody got skeletons in their closet. But what you gonna say when yours come out? Then you have people down in the chat, your friends and different things. I'm not even gonna call them no names right now. Your friends and different things, they wanna take up for you, which is cool. You know? And DJ Dynamite, like I said, stop acting like you innocent. Stop acting like you don't start this shit. But then when I get to going, like I told you, a lot of the times when you start this shit with me, I'm not even going at you. I'm going at your daddy. You know, he gotta feel the effects of you fucking with me. Cause you was nowhere around out this motherfucker, dog. You was nowhere around the whole. Man, listen here, dog. I worked for them boys a couple years. And I knew Dynamite since I had Sambo. I was working with them boys for a few years. Dynamite never showed up, never came around. Not saying they never talked to you on the phone, but you never came around, period. Out of all them years, you didn't come around. And they had dogs. You wasn't the second yard. You know, you wasn't the second yard. And listen, y'all should understand, a lie gotta be, you gotta keep telling more lies to make this lie right here work. If you had them other dogs, if you had any sperm, why is you still breeding John Stone? You know, why is you still breeding mango if you had any sperm and you had the old dogs? You know, why would I breed Fletcher if I got Fletcher granddaddy, Buddy? Why would I breed Fletcher if I got Quick? Why would I breed Mango if I got Quick, Buddy? And then you came up with a lie and said Buddy wasn't breeding no more. Buddy was making puppies up until the vet, the dog pound got him. And then once you got him back from the dog pound, so-called a couple weeks later, he wasn't making no puppies no more. What about Jughead? You see? What about Jughead? Now, Jughead was off of Quick and Red Storm. Because, see, I had a little mate brother to Jughead. The police took Jughead from Walk'em when they took the dogs. Jughead was a young dog when the dogs got taken. He wasn't a baby puppy, but he was a young male dog, ready to breed. Where Jughead at? Why you ain't breed him? You know, because, man, these dogs don't exist. Y'all trying to come in this game and bamboozle these brothers, man. Dynamite, you really thought it was 1999 when you got that name from Sonny them. And like I told you, dog, you know, you got that name. You can say what you want to say, feel how you want to feel. But the only reason you got that name is because you're going to take the downfall for that name if the shit ever came down to it. That's why, dog. Getting the heat off of them. That's the only reason, homie. You know, and like I said, I don't block you to talk trash about you. I don't block you and to say subliminal shit. If I'm gonna be saying something and throwing it your way and not saying your name, I don't do none of that. If I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna say it. You want to listen, you can listen. But the more and more you keep going on with it, the more and more you lying about shit you don't gotta lie about. You didn't have to lie about none of them dogs when you came out here with that. You could have took the name from them boys and came out here and started from ground zero. Nobody would have ever fucked with you. You know, nobody would have ever disrespected you or any of that type of shit. But no, you want to come out here and lie to people like they stupid. So when you come to lie to me, the person that's around here with these dogs, the person that know about these dogs, when you come lying to me and try to play me stupid, and then Sonny turn around and lie to me, try to play me stupid, all gloves off then. It's when I get to talking like, hey, fuck what you talking about and fuck what you stand for. You know? And Vernon Star, get some business about yourself, dog. You know, if you ain't wrote no book by now, like Sonny said, you ain't wrote no book by now, Chat GPT ain't gonna help you, dog. You know, ask Chat GPT about them walkabout dogs, Vernon Star. Little Thunder, Rattler, Ronda Rousey, Tornado, you know. Let's go back. What y'all want to talk about? Which one of these dogs y'all want to talk about? What about Wild Man? You know, I'm gonna name some dogs that y'all don't really know about. What about Wild Man? Tell me something about that dog, Vernon Star or DJ Dynamite. I'm not even gonna tell you what era he come from. Tell me something about Wild Man. It was one I was gonna get, but I decided to leave him and got another one. You know. Tell me about Left Ear. Left Ear. Let me see another one. You know, and like I said, that Jocko dog, walking on Jocko, I'm the reason them dogs were married together. Walkamal's Fletcher and Crazy Girl. I'm the reason them dogs was married together because at this point, right now today, I had the best damn dog off that shit. Pelican Bay's Libya. I'm the one that said, make that breeding. That breeding is clicking. And ain't no other dog off that breeding from no matter difference which breeding, the first breeding, the second breeding, the third one was better than Pelican Bay's Libya. You see, it ain't my fault that some of them dogs be small as hell. You see, your dogs can be bigger, Sonny, if you didn't let them drink rainwater, if you give them fresh water on a daily. Not drinking that water with them little worms and shit in it. Brothers got to, man, listen here, that damn Quick and Red Storm litter, that last Quick and Red Storm litter, them puppies was looking bad out there. Skinny ass puppies. Not gonna sugarcoat that shit. We ain't had to even be talking about this if Dynamite would have played his cards right. And like I said, Sonny, you may think I'm the one being wrong, but your boy Dynamite, he playing two sides. He talking about me on his social media platform, and you don't expect me to respond. And you done made it clear which side you running on. You know, you done made it clear on that. So I'm gonna handle me how I gotta handle me. And like I told all of y'all motherfuckers, from Titan, Craig Ahmed, to all of y'all, it ain't defamation when you're telling the truth. You know? Them Walkable dogs could have been being big that these brothers got. I take care of my Big John and my Little John dogs, see? From ground zero, I don't try to, see, Sonny got too comfortable selling dogs to these brothers in the public just off the strength of his name. Giving y'all skinny ass dogs, wormy ass dogs. With me, I take care of mine from the rooter to the tutor till they leave my damn hands. And these brothers get a whole lot, a dog that look a whole lot different. Look like the old school dogs when it come to size. Because it's how I take care of them. A true grand champion yellow dog don't supposed to be no damn between 30-something to 40 pounds. When it ain't nothing, no out in it. Grand champion yellow on top, grand champion yellow on the bottom. Red boy Jocko, Burns dogs on top, Burns dogs on the bottom. It ain't supposed to be no 30 to 40 pounds. Them big dogs, 40 and up. You know? Salute to all the brothers out there. One thing I want to say this before I get up out of here. One thing I noticed, and I'm noticing, brothers is having a hard time with their puppies. These big puppies, brothers have a hard time with them when you keep them in these weapon boxes and stuff like that. When you keeping them in little crates, little cages, dog cages and stuff, you have problems with their bones. I noticed that, you know. Sometimes it may be better just to put that dog on a chain. Let them be free. Let them run around a little bit. Let them get sunlight. See, we can give these dogs cod liver oil and all type of stuff like that. That's for the vitamins, for their bones and different things. We can give them the feed for their bones and stuff. But sunlight helps a lot, and exercise helps a lot, and space to run around with helps a lot. You know? So each one teach one. If I don't know it, tell me to help me out with my dogs. Big salute to Track Life Kennel, man, making a homemade flea spray over the past couple days. I shared it on my channel. If you had on my video, on my Facebook page. If y'all haven't seen it yet, go down my Facebook page, you'll see it. The brother made some homemade flea spray. You know, you can never have too much help out here when it comes to fleas. You know, because a lot of stuff that work in certain places don't work in other places. You know, a lot of stuff that worked this year don't work next year, seems like. You know, so you can always use help when it comes to stuff like that, man. Big salute to Track Life Kennel and all the stuff that you do with your dogs, big dog, and the things that you do for the dog game as well. You know, hey, man, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And before I get up out of here, I want to ask the whole dog game this right here. Salute to BKK once again. You know what I'm saying? Salute to that brother BKK once again. You don't know who that is? Big Country Kennels. You know? Salute to you, and I'm going to tell you why, dog. And I'm going to ask all y'all brothers this one question. What is a man supposed to say about his dogs? What is a man supposed to say? Y'all want that man to say, I sell y'all mediocre dogs. These dogs, they know they can have potential. They okay now. They're not all that, but they okay. Y'all want that man to talk like that? That man's supposed to speak high on his shit. This is the best shit in the world. So you hear me? I'll tell you quick, like, you know what I'm saying? Best shit in the world. Some of the best shit in the world, I may say. You got to have confidence in your own stuff. If you don't got confidence in it, how the fuck you expect me to have confidence in it? You know? I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Y'all stay legal out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, answer that question. Uh, how does he supposed to promote his dog? Not as the best all around? He not supposed to say that? Is that a sin to say that you got the best shit out of everybody? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm asking brothers. But while we trying to figure that out, y'all stay safe, y'all stay legal. Remember where y'all got it from. You know what I'm saying? PBK9s on the PBC. And FatBill, stop saying all this stuff about people, man, when you rely on the police for help. Stop saying all this stuff. And y'all stay safe, like I said, y'all stay legal, and we out.